From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Today is Monday. Today is the 21st of the month of November 2016, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley. Hope everybody had a great weekend. And I know your body's probably still in shock from the temperature change, but we went from Saturday about 75 or 6 degrees down to Sunday about 50 or 51 degrees. And I don't care who you are, your body will go into shock with that quick change in temperature like that. And 50 is not all that cold, but to go from one extreme to the other, we went right past the norm and just dropped considerably. So I hope everybody's doing well and stayed warm over the weekend, and today's going to be more of the same. Windy with temperatures in the 50s, so just get used to it, I guess you could say. We got a great show lined up for you today. Kind of the first segment will be a 2-for-1. We've got Ashlin Glatthar of the Travel and Tourism Office going to be with us, and she'll be accompanied by Scott Barnard of the Goldsboro City Parks and Recreation Department. So they've got a lot going on, a lot to talk about, and that'll be coming up in just a few minutes. After the break, we will have another guest. That will be Shirley Proctor of the Miss Goldsboro Scholarship Pageant. She'll be coming back in to tell us all about how the pageant went, tell us who the winners are, and tell us all about the Miss Goldsboro Scholarship Pageant. Yes, indeed. That was that was at the Paramount, I guess, last week before last, Saturday before last. Anyway. That's a great show for you today, and that's going to be coming up here in just a few minutes. This is the week of Thanksgiving, and I hope everyone is prepared for their Thanksgiving. Now, a reminder very quickly, and I do this at the end of the program, but I want you to think about something. As you're traveling about the area, either going to Grandma's house over the river and through the woods, or traveling across the country, we want to make sure that you are safe, and you want to make sure you're safe as well. Please wear your seatbelt. Seatbelts save lives. Seatbelts save lives. You don't care about yourself, at least care about your family. You don't want anything to happen to you. You don't want anything to happen to your family, so please wear your seatbelt while you're out traveling about. Plus, if you get caught not wearing your seatbelt and you're traveling, it's going to cost you big time. So do the right thing and protect you, yourself, and your family. All right, coming up, this word coming from the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation office thing. Downtown lights up tomorrow night. Woohoo! Here we go. Everything's going to go whee as the Mayor Chuck Allen swips the flitch and lights up downtown Goldsboro. The lights up here, the lights on the tower, the water tower will be all lit up. It'll be a beautiful scene. I hope you're able to attend that because it is a lot of fun. Lots of music, lots of stuff. There'll be, cookies and cocoa, and there'll be Santa Claus will be there, and Coco will be there, and all kinds of good stuff. It'll be a lot of fun. Hope you're able to attend that. That's tomorrow night. Starts at 5 p.m. on the steps of City Hall, downtown Goldsboro. Also, on the 23rd, which is day after tomorrow, since today is the 21st, at 8 p.m. at the Terrace Room, which is at Waynesboro House, there at the corner of Center and Walnut Streets, the Tipsy Turkey Ball. You know, turkeys often go, well, a tipsy turkey goes, blah, 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 blah. I have recovered. Thank you very much. Anyway, the Tipsy Turkey, November 23rd, that's Wednesday night in downtown Goldsboro at the Terrace Room at Waynesboro House, corner of Walnut and Center Street downtown. Okay. All that's from DGDC, and they got a lot more as well to talk about. We'll do that a little later on. The Chamber is having their big annual holiday mixer. This is coming up on December 8th. That is a Thursday, beginning at 5:30 p.m. at the Chamber office at 308 North William Street in Goldsboro. That's right, 308 North William. That's going to be a lot of fun as well. The Education Hot Topic is all set for Wednesday, December 7th, and this will be taking place at, oh, you know where it is, Oh, it's at Lane Tree. Starts at noon o'clock at Lane Tree. Members, $20. Non-members, $30. Please RSVP Linda. And Linda is at Linda M. at WayneCountyChamber.com, or call her at 919-734-2241. 919-734-2241. Speakers, and this is all about education, so who do you think is going to be there? Well, I'll tell you. Dr. Michael Dunsmore is going to be there, Dr. Philip Kerstetter is going to be there, and Dr. Thomas A. Walker Jr. is going to be there. Now, Dr. Walker, the president of Wayne Community College, Dr. Kerstetter, the president of University of Mount Olive, and Dr. Dunsmore, the superintendent of the Wayne County Public Schools. So, you can't get any more qualified personnel to talk about education in Wayne County than these three gentlemen. That's going to be a great event right there. Okay, coming up, we've got stuff to talk about. We have we have our What's Special About Today. We have our trivia question. And we have a great interview coming up for you right now here on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Our guests today are Scott Barnard, the director of the Parks and Recreation Department, City of Goldsboro. Scott!
Good to see you, Wayne.
Great to see you. And Ashlin Glatthar.
Yes.
Hey! How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
With the Goldsboro Wayne Travel Tourism Office. How are you?
I'm great.
I'm glad you're here. And what are you doing hanging around with this guy?
I don't know. I can't answer that. Please admit.
Scott, it's been a while since you've been with us. It's really good to see you.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to come back. And
Well,
I'm really excited to be here alongside Ashlin, who's just come on board working with the city and the county.
And doing a great job.
Yes, sir.
Great job in the Travel and Tourism Office. So where do we want to start? We've got a couple of things we want to talk about.
Yes, we can start off with the coming events that we have starting November 22nd.
Well, that's since today is Monday, that's actually tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow night, downtown Goldsboro. Woohoo!
So tomorrow night, they kick off the Christmas season with lights up downtown. I
Right.
think festivities start in the early afternoon, or early evening really, about 3 to 4 p.m. And I think the lights off kicks, they actually light up downtown right about when the sun starts setting.
Just
so
as it's going down.
head downtown, eat, shop, look around, and it's a really good time.
Take a trolley ride, do some
Yes.
ice skating. Many of the downtown merchants are going to have sales. They're going to be working extended hours. It's going to be a tremendous opportunity to catch a little snow in the hair and
Snow?
Yes, sir.
You mean real snow?
You know,
It's going to
It's
snow?
in the forecast.
the way I would describe it to my 5-year-old, sure, it's real.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure it's real. Yeah. Well, I've been to several of these myself, and it is a wonderful experience. There is snow.
Yes.
There is snow, and it will actually happen tomorrow night, regardless of the temperature. It might be 70 degrees, and it'll still be snowing tomorrow
Correct.
night.
Exactly.
Real snow.
Yeah.
Real as it is.
As real as it can get, right. And I love the idea that a lot of the downtown merchants will be open for business, including the restaurants. You can go down and have a great meal at
Yes,
any
sir.
of the restaurants, and there's several fantastic restaurants downtown now.
Yes, sir.
I am telling you.
And I believe in the month of December we've got 2 more coming. So it's
Great.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
great. Okay, so that's tomorrow night, downtown Goldsboro, the newly refurbished and beautiful downtown Goldsboro.
Yes.
Correct.
And for more information, you can actually go to the DGDC website or Facebook page, and you can get all the details for the agenda when things start kicking off, what would be more interesting for your kids. But hey, there's snow, there's ice skating, you can't go wrong.
Ice
So,
skating. Let's
yeah.
talk about that.
Yes,
How
sir.
in the world do we have ice skating in downtown Goldsboro?
2 years back, one of our Parks and Recreation staffers found a phenomenal deal on Craigslist to purchase an artificial ice rink from a recently traded Hurricane pro hockey player out of the Triangle.
Really?
And it's definitely non-traditional for us to make a purchase at an auction.
Yes.
But
Especially from Craigslist.
Correct. So
Now, did you meet the guy at a fast food restaurant and kind of look around? And see,
yeah. We verified the legitimacy and we also made sure that it was a product that, if we bought, I think we initially bought 800 square feet. We made sure that it was a product that we could purchase more of on the retail market, because the amount that was in the gentleman's basement was not going to be enough to be an ice skating rink for public use. And you know, that was really just kind of on a lark. We had rented one the previous Jingle in the Park, so that now goes back to 2013. We had rented an ice skating rink for the 2 weekends that Jingle in the Park was that year, and it had been such a huge hit. You know, but the opportunity to own one, which ended up being at a cost of less than it was for us to rent one, you know, has really afforded us the opportunity to not only utilize it at Jingle in the Park annually, but now this, I believe, will be the second year we've had it at Lights Up, and it'll make an appearance on base this year as well.
Great.
And it's something we don't want to roll out for every event, but it's definitely
Well, it's that time of year.
It's in our arsenal, so it's something we
In
want
the
to bring
arsenal,
out.
okay.
Yes, sir.
That's great. Well, and that will be a part of Downtown Lights Up.
Yes, sir.
And I'll tell you, this is a lot of fun because hundreds of people will be there, and hundreds of children. And they actually, I understand, will get a chance to sit on Santa's lap and tell Santa what they wish for Christmas.
Yes, sir.
As well. And that's quite a tradition as well. The Downtown Lights Up, as you mentioned, right around sundown, Mayor Chuck Allen will flip the switch.
Yes.
And downtown will light up. The big tower, the water tower will light up.
Correct.
It is a gorgeous event, and people have fun, and people are singing Christmas songs and just
Yes, sir.
and just having a good old time.
Yeah.
And it's free.
It is. It's free, and people who are coming into town to visit family members, this is a great opportunity to get into the holiday spirit and have some fun and really see Goldsboro at its best.
Yes, indeed. And wow, the downtown looks so great right now. And everything's growing, and people are dropping by the Waynesboro house and plinking on the piano out in the street. And
Yes, sir.
it's just, and I see a lot of people sitting in the median there playing checkers or chess.
You got
It's just great.
enjoying takeout. It really
Yes,
is. It really has revitalized.
It has.
It's amazing.
It really has. It's great downtown. Tell me now, you're relatively new to the
Yes.
Goldsboro area.
Oh, relatively. I've lived in Goldsboro for 3 years.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
You're home.
I don't know everything.
Well, no, but you've been here 3 years.
Yeah.
But you're new to travel and tourism,
Yes.
the office there. So, how far do you reach to try and tell people about Goldsboro Wayne County?
Well, currently, I'm just trying to wrap my head around the job itself.
Okay,
That's my reach.
fair enough.
But the goal is to really get out all up and down eastern North Carolina, as well as to really, there's no one I want to exempt from my
Right.
reach. And we're going to, it's funny you bring this up, but we're really ramping up our social media presence. So as of last week, we now have a lot more content on our Facebook page. We now have Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter.
Oh, great.
So follow us on the Goldsboro Travel and Tourism Facebook page, and then you can connect to our Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest by that route. And if you ever want to know what's going on or just see some funny and entertaining series or get an idea of what it's like to experience Cliffs of the Neuse or to go out to the Nahunta Pork Center, check out our Facebook page. You're going to see a lot more to come, but it's a good start, and that's kind of where we're trying to push our presence.
I remember when this office was created, and there was a lot of pushback because people were saying, "What? Who wants to come to Wayne County, Goldsboro? What's here?"
Right.
Well, I think we have learned that there is certainly a need for your office because people are coming.
Yes.
People have always been coming. There are reunions. There are classes from college and high school that people are coming from all over the country back
Yeah.
to come here. And then there's Seymour Johnson Air Force Base where people are constantly coming and visiting.
Yes.
And then there's the air show. And then there's so many things that bring people to Wayne County.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are looking for that authentic experience that is different from a metropolitan area. So you can go to Raleigh and see a show and get a
I'd
comedy
rather not.
show, or you go to Charlotte and see the traditional things that a city
Been
would
there,
have to
done that.
offer. But
Don't care.
if you want the best barbecue in a hidden joint that you would not normally maybe scope out but has great reviews,
Yeah.
I mean, this is the area you're going to come to get that experience.
Sure, and of course the history in this area. You know,
Yes.
all the reenactments and you know, right down the road with Averysboro and over here with Bentonville, and of course right here in our own backyard, Battle of Goldsboro Bridge. There's
Yeah.
so much to see
Correct.
and do here.
Yeah, any military or history buff.
Oh, yeah.
This is the area you would come to to learn and get your fill on historical, but even current military and government history.
Exactly, and even beyond that, because, you know, at one time, back a few years ago, we were actually part of the Atlantic Ocean here. We were underwater here. The coastline.
How old were you then?
I was 4.
Okay.
The coastline. What are you laughing at? Coastline was up around where I-95 is now.
Oh, wow.
And you can actually dig down and find shells. Of course, you got to way down, but you can actually find shells. And there are some people who actually come to this part of the world and find shark's teeth. They actually go along the creek banks and they find these artifacts.
Wow.
Yeah. That's another thing people are not even aware about going on right here in Wayne County and Goldsboro.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
Some archaeology going on.
Exactly. There's a lot of that, and there's archaeologists here, in fact, that do that sort of thing. But it's a great place and a fun place
It is.
to find new things here
Yes.
in Wayne County and in Goldsboro. Okay, now we've got the 22nd pretty much covered with downtown lights up. What else is going on?
Well, we have coming up on December 3rd our annual Christmas parade.
That's
Again, going down Center Street on the newly renovated downtown Goldsboro area, and that again kicks off in the early evening about 4 p.m. and then Santa is coming. So get in line, line up. There's a lot of vendors who are getting creative with their booths this year or their floats. If you want to participate in the float parade, you can actually find out more about that on the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce page as well as the DGC page. And you can check out the Facebook page for Goldsboro Tourism and Travel, because we'll be sharing some of their content as well.
Okay, that's great. Well, the parade starts at 4. I believe lineup, if you're in the parade, actually is at 3 o'clock. And I tell you what, last year, in fact, since the Chambers had it, and it was before, but since the Chambers had it, I've noticed how well organized it is. Laura Landers does a great job in putting all this together.
Correct.
It's just organized, and anybody who's in the parade, you know exactly where you line up, you know exactly what time you start, and they're there to help you and guide you through.
And it's growing. It's
yeah.
not your typical small town, let's just build the back of our trucks up. It is really creative, and it's very much worth an evening spent in downtown.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good to see you, Scott.
Thank you, sir.
Scott Barnard.
I'm just along to eye candy. I'm eye candy.
Well, if you say so, sir. Yeah. Don't be a stranger. Come anytime. And, of course, Ashlin
Yes, sir.
Glatthar, I appreciate your coming in
Thank
as well.
you.
We'll be talking to you again very soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thank you for being with us. This program airs Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., again at noon, then again it repeats at 5:30 p.m. So please join us if you miss one. If you want to see them again, if you miss something, you can see it again at those times. December 3rd, we have 3 Christmas parades on that day. December 3rd, we start in Mount Olive. The Christmas parade starts at 10 a.m. Then we boogie over to Fremont for the Christmas parade that starts at 1 o'clock. And then in Goldsboro, the Christmas parade in downtown Goldsboro starts at 4 p.m. Hope you're able to make all 3 of them. And if not, please make at least one of them. Then the very next day, on Sunday, December 4th, the Pikeville Christmas parade will be taking place at 3 p.m. The Eureka Christmas parade is on December 11th at 3 p.m. December 11th at 3 p.m. Okay. Those are Christmas parades in the Wayne County area. Now, why would anyone have a Christmas parade before Thanksgiving? I have no idea, but somebody did last week. Okay, the Nutcracker is taking place at the Paramount Theater coming up on Friday, December 2nd, December 3rd, and December 4th at the Paramount Theater downtown. December 2nd and 3rd, Friday and Saturday, it's a 7 p.m. curtain, and then a matinee on Sunday at 4 p.m. at the Paramount. This is the 35th year for the Nutcracker at the Paramount. This year, again, directed by Peggy Wingate and Mary Franklin. Peggy Wingate and Mary Franklin. I tell you what, they sure do a good job. They do. Okay, what's special about today? I'm glad you asked. In fact, if Pat was right here, I'd say, I'm glad you asked, Pat. And she'd say, well, thank you, Wayne. You're welcome, Pat. But see, Pat's not here right now. Pat's out today. She's on assignment. Mexico? Maybe. Okay, today is the 21st of the month, and we have, today is World Hello Day. I don't make this stuff up. That's what it says. Today is World Hello Day. So world, hello, hello. Today is also World Television Day. It's our day. Thank you very much. The only problem with television is that it often includes mainstream media. And boy, do I have a problem with those guys. That's all I'm going to say about it. They're troublemakers. I'm not going to say any more. I wish they'd go away, and I'm not going to say any more after that. That's the last thing I'll say about those troublemakers, mainstream media, MSM. There you go. Trouble. They need to, I'm not going to say any more. Today is also Doctor Who Day. Doctor Who? Doctor Who? Doctor Who? Doctor Who Day. Doctor Who? Fibonacci Day. You know what Fibonacci is? Fibonacci was an Italian scientist. He was a mathematical genius. I won't go into that. And there you go. Ta-da! That's what's special about today. What about today's trivia question? And the category is snacks. By volume, this is America's favorite snack. America's favorite snack is this. And it has more protein than any other similar product. It also has more iron than eggs. It has more iron than roast beef. It has more fiber than pretzels or potato chips. What is it? Wow. And this is something that's good. By volume, it's America's favorite snack. What is it? We'll have the answer to that question and more, such as why is there air? No, I'm not going to ask that. We'll have more coming up after our next segment here on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Today our guest is Shirley Proctor, and Shirley is the Executive Director of the Miss Goldsboro Scholarship Pageant. Hey!
Hey, Wayne.
We had a pageant.
Yes, we did.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you know what? I happened, and actually almost by accident, I wasn't able to go to the pageant, but coming back into town, actually drove through the Paramount Theater, not through the theater, but by the theater down Center Street, and my goodness, it was a packed house.
It was almost a full house. The bottom of the theater was full, and I think in the balcony we had about 10 seats left. And I believe the theater holds 501 people. So. And
there were only a few parking spaces left.
Yeah, we had a full house.
Full.
It was incredible. I think because we have the number, as we talked about a few weeks ago prior to the pageant, our numbers. Our contestant numbers had increased so much. We doubled our number of Miss contestants from last year to 10 this year, and we increased the teen contestants by 1/3. We had 8 teen contestants this year. Now, unfortunately, we did lose a couple of our Miss contestants because one of them competed in Garner the weekend before.
Okay.
And won that title. And then on Thursday, one of our contestants sprained her ankle and was going to be on crutches for 2 weeks. But we still had 8 Miss contestants, so it was a tough night of competition. The judges had a very difficult job, but in the end, 2 wonderful young ladies were crowned. Courtney Smith, who's a sophomore at East Carolina, is our new Miss Goldsboro 2017, and Peyton Brown, who attends Triton High School. She is our new Goldsboro's Outstanding Teen.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
And I know there was a lot of excitement.
There was.
There always is.
Yeah, it is. There's just something when those young ladies come out on the stage and they're in they're in the zone,
right?
And they're just there to compete and to put on a good show for the people, and they did.
And what are the ages again? Help me remember the ages of the contestants.
Well, our teen contestants are range in age from 13 to 17. That's the age range that can compete in the Outstanding Teen category, and then our Miss contestants can range from 17 to 24.
Okay.
In fact, one of our contestants is a senior at Charles B. Aycock High School.
Wow.
So yeah, there's some age stipulations there, but that's the general age range.
I think out of out of everything that's done at a pageant like this, my favorite is the talent.
Yes.
The talent. That is just, I love it.
Well, it is, yeah, because it's the opportunity that the young ladies have to get on stage and to show their accomplishment in whether it's dance, singing, instrumental, or as we talked about earlier, sometimes it doesn't have to be any of those usual talents. It can be something like, you know, doing a basketball routine, as we saw at Miss North Carolina last year.
Right.
I've seen cake decorating demonstrations, just about anything. So it doesn't have to be a typical, but it's very exciting. And this year, we had an abundance of dancers, all kinds of dance, tap, lyrical, acrobatic. Of the 16 contestants we had, only 3 of them were singers, and the rest of them were dancers.
Wow.
So we had some great talent. Clogging, yeah, we had great talent on the stage this year.
So what did Miss Goldsboro do?
Miss Goldsboro, Courtney Smith, is a dancer, and this year she performed a lyrical dance to a version of the song "Heaven Is a Place on Earth" by Belinda Carlisle.
Sure.
Yeah, it was great. She's very compelling on stage and a beautiful young lady.
And you were telling me that she's talented on other forms of dance as well.
Yes, like most dancers, she's trained in other forms, tap, ballet, lyrical. Yeah, it runs the gamut. Most of those girls start when they're 2 or 3 years old, and they're accomplished in all forms of dance.
Well, yeah, I've been on that stage.
Unlike myself.
Let me tell you, when you're on that stage and you look out and there's a face in every single seat.
Yes.
And the theater holds 500 or approximately people, and it was almost full. That means there was a lot of people staring at that stage.
That's right.
These young women, these contestants, these talented young ladies, were not fazed by that.
No,
it doesn't bother them.
It really doesn't, and if it did, it did not show for any of them. They're all many of them. Now I will say this: of the 16 contestants that we had, 7 of them were new to the Miss North Carolina program. They had never competed in a Miss North Carolina preliminary pageant before, and for some of them, this was their first pageant.
Wow.
But they handled themselves with really grace and poise, elegance, and answered their on-stage questions so articulately. It really was a tough competition. We had 2 great groups of young ladies this year.
We talked about this before, answering the on-stage questions. Do they get these questions in advance?
No, these are questions that
right out of the blue.
That's right.
They have no idea.
Right out of the blue. Now this year we only asked one on-stage question to each contestant, and we did ask a platform question. And for people who may not know, each contestant, the Miss and the Teen, has to have a personal community service platform.
Right.
So that is a cause or an organization. It could be one already existing, like breast cancer or American Red Cross, or it could be something of their own creation. A platform that they come up with.
Reads Across America.
Absolutely, Reads Across America, Adopt a Highway, just whatever. It's something that's near and dear to their heart, and they want to work for that cause. And so this year, all of their questions were based on their platform. However, they didn't know what the question was going to be.
That may have been that would have been better for them, I would think, because they would be more versed in their topic, and
exactly.
It's easier for them to answer.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
it's something that it's not something that we didn't spring a difficult current event question on them. Yet at the same time,
like who's the president of Ethiopia?
Exactly.
Right,
but they did have to again articulate their thoughts and ideas and plans for their platform.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Yep.
So where does Miss Goldsboro go from here?
Miss Goldsboro, her first official appearance is this coming Tuesday night at Downtown Lights Up.
All right.
Yep, she and our teen, Courtney and Peyton both, will be at Downtown Lights Up, I believe beginning at 5 o'clock. They'll assist in turning on the lights, and they'll also be there to take pictures, sign autographs, meet with children and adults alike. Yep, just to kind of doing a meet and greet appearance. But that's going to be their first official appearance, which is going to be a lot of fun. And they will continue to make appearances from now until June. But while they're making appearances and going to school, they'll be preparing for Miss North Carolina, which takes place in June, the week of the 19th through the 24th at the Duke Energy Center for the Performing Arts in Raleigh.
Whoa, that's only one step away from Miss America.
That's only one step away from Miss America,
that's
exactly.
Exciting.
And it is exciting when you think, because every young woman who competes in Miss America started out at a local preliminary competition just like Miss Goldsboro. So we very well could have the next Miss America or Miss America's Outstanding Teen.
That is exciting.
Yes, it is, and we are thrilled. And what's even just as exciting to me, I think I had mentioned to you that we had some exciting news about our scholarship. Many people don't know that it is a scholarship program. The Miss America program offers about $45 million a year in scholarships to young women across the country. And this year we were able to increase our scholarship by $750 because of some very generous donors. We offer a $1,000 scholarship already. And this year, a former Miss Goldsboro, Rhonda Wells Greenup, she and her husband sponsored a $500 talent award scholarship to the talent winner, the young woman in the Miss category who had the highest talent score. And Patty and Dan Stovall, who are the parents of Beth Stovall, a former Miss Goldsboro and Miss North Carolina 2015. They have instituted this year the Beth Stovall Award, which is given to the next Miss Goldsboro. And so this year they offered a $250 scholarship to our new winner. So
that's wonderful.
We've almost doubled our scholarship dollars, but we would certainly love to increase that even more. So, you know, that comes from the community. So we'll be reaching out this coming year to businesses and individuals to help increase our scholarship award as well.
Someone may be listening then, and they're thinking, well, you know, I might be able to do that.
That's right.
If they could do that, how would they do that?
The easiest way to do that is just go on to our Facebook page. It's the Miss Goldsboro Scholarship Pageant Facebook page, and they can send us a private message, and I will respond to that very quickly.
Okay, the Facebook page. What do we see on the Facebook page?
Well, we have the Facebook page for the Miss Goldsboro Scholarship Pageant. Miss Goldsboro also has a page, and Miss Goldsboro's Outstanding Teen also have a page. But we we post pictures and sometimes videos of the appearances that the girls are making when they're out and about in the community, as well as, of course, during Miss North Carolina. And then it's also a good way for us to get information to the public when it comes time. When next year, when pageant time rolls around, it's a good way for us to get information to the public about our pageant. We also have a website that people can visit. Pretty easy. It's www.missgoldsboro.com.
MissGoldsboro.com.
MissGoldsboro.com.
That's simple.
That's right.
I can do that.
Yeah, even you can do that, Wayne. That's right.
MissGoldsboro.com.
That's right.
See, I got it.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. So where do we go from here? What's up next?
Well, what's up next? Like I said, just lining up appearances for the girls. We have many appearances lined up for them already. They will be throughout Wayne County. You know, this spring they'll be at the Fremont Daffodil Festival. If it doesn't conflict with, we have what's called Work Weekend, which is be in Greensboro. They'll go and turn in all of their paperwork for Miss North Carolina. It's kind of like the preparation weekend. It's like boot camp for them getting prepared for Miss North Carolina. But typically they'll be at the Daffodil Festival, the Pickle Festival, just lots of different events and festivals around Wayne County.
Okay, and what about next year? When do you start working on that?
For our pageant? Preparation for our pageant typically begins in August. August or September.
Takes a while,
yeah, it really does. People don't understand the preparation, the money and the time, the man hours that goes into putting on a great pageant. There's a lot of, these girls did 4 Sunday afternoons of rehearsal leading up to the pageant, and then we have a dress rehearsal on the Thursday night prior to the pageant. We were there from about 6 to midnight that night. It was a long night, but that's what dress rehearsal is for. So there's a lot of preparation that people probably don't realize goes into it.
And tell me about the committee. Who is on your committee?
We have, I'm going to say, the best committee in the Miss North Carolina organization, and I'm not kidding. I truly believe it. Of course, I'm the executive director. We have a mother-daughter team, Joan and Caitlin Stafford.
Sure.
Do you know Joan and Caitlin?
Joan,
Probably from
sure.
Center from Stage Struck
exactly.
and Child of the Promise. Exactly. So Joan is our treasurer, our secretary and treasurer. She's also our stage manager. So come pageant night, she runs the show backstage.
She's good.
Yep, she's fantastic. Caitlin is our teen business manager.
Okay.
And she is our production designer. She's the one who comes up with the fabulous show that everybody sees.
Right.
We have Treva Howell, who is in charge of our sponsors and scholarships. She, and I also call her our Girl Friday. She kind of does it all. She's our official photographer. She takes our girls out to our sponsors. They have pictures taken with them, and they do sponsor visits. Michael Corbett is our judges chair. He is the gentleman who gets our judges panel and prepares all of their information, and he's with them throughout the day. Crystal Hodges is new to our committee. Some people may know her. She teaches dance at Desiree Autry's Academy of Performing Arts in Pikeville. This year she was in charge of our trophies again. Rhonda Greenup is another new committee member, again a former Miss Goldsboro.
Right.
She took over the program book from me this year, which I was very thankful for. Blair Mazingo, another former Miss Goldsboro. She's our appearance coordinator. So she's the person to contact, or you can contact me and I'll give her the information about if you would like these young ladies to appear at an event. And that's the thing, and I want people to understand, these young ladies are here to serve Goldsboro and Wayne County. So if you have an event coming up, a production, a festival, even talking to your club, if we can get these two young ladies out there, we certainly will. We want them to be seen. And then let me make sure that I'm not forgetting anybody. I think that's everybody.
Well, they're all important. And,
yes.
And they all have a role to play.
Absolutely.
And it's not an easy job.
No, it is not. It certainly is a group effort. I couldn't do it myself. I don't want to do it all myself. And we are just so blessed to have such a wonderful committee that comes together and really puts on it. Not just puts on, because the pageant that's just the first step. Then we've got to prepare these young ladies to compete at the Miss North Carolina and Miss North Carolina's Outstanding Teen Pageant as well.
So anyone who wants to know more about this, perhaps even they have a young lady who wants to become a part of this, become a contestant next year. And to do that, they could go to your Facebook page.
They can go to our Facebook page. They can go to our website as well. And my contact information is there. So if they want to send an email or give me a phone call, my contact information is on our Facebook page and our website as well. And one thing that, again, people may not be aware of, we have what is called the Carolina Princess Program. That is something that is instituted by Miss America and therefore Miss North Carolina. But each of our Miss and our teen contestants have to have a Carolina Princess, and that's a young girl between the ages of 6 and 12.
Okay.
And the teens and the Miss act as a mentor. It's a way to introduce these little girls to the Miss America organization and to help get them on stage, get them comfortable talking to people. They get to go out in the community and make appearances with their Miss or teen contestant. And it's just a good mentoring program for the little girls to get them involved, because those little ones are going to be the next set of outstanding teen contestants. And then those teens are going to be the next set of Miss contestants. So, it's a good way to grow the program. And
as we wrap up, I want to mention that the misconception of this being only a beauty pageant is long gone by now. People understand exactly how intelligent, how bright, and how lovely these young ladies are.
That's right.
Not only a beauty pageant, formerly a beauty pageant, but now these are future world leaders.
Absolutely, yes, they are. Certainly,
it could be a president coming out of this organization.
That's exactly right. We have many Miss North Carolinas who are successful attorneys, doctors, public service advocates, as well as Broadway performers and opera singers. So this is it's not just a beauty pageant. It is a growth. It's a personal growth journey, and these young ladies will tell you what an experience it has been. And I'll tell you, it's not just mean girls too. A lot of people have a misconception, and I'll tell you this. We had a 3-way tie for Miss Congeniality in our Miss contestants, and
Really?
a 2-way tie in our teen contestants. So we were just blessed to have a really sweet group of girls that got along and just really supported one another. So they're not mean girls either.
No. Okay, I am glad to hear
Me
that.
too,
Yes.
yep.
Shirley Proctor is the executive director of the Miss Goldsboro Scholarship Pageant. Shirley,
Yep.
thank you so much.
Thank you for having me back, Wayne.
We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television in the final segment of the program. I appreciate very much you being with us. Blood drive today at Southern Wayne High School starts at 8:30 this morning, goes till about 1:30. Blood drive tomorrow at 12:30 at Meadow Lane Elementary School, and a blood drive tomorrow at Carver Elementary School. Meadow Lane Elementary tomorrow at 12:30, and that's at 3500 East Ash Street. And at Carver Elementary School tomorrow in Mount Olive at 400 Old Seven Springs Road. Starts at 1 o'clock. Okay? Okay. It may seem a bit too soon. Does it seem too soon to be even thinking about Christmas? Well, maybe not. At the Senior Center, they're planning a Christmas Bazaar fundraiser. Now, it will be on December 3rd. That's a Saturday, from 9 o'clock in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. For $10, you can actually rent a table and sell your arts, your crafts, your baked goods, or your collectibles. Space is limited. They recommend you get your registrations in very soon. To do so, call Sandra at 919-731-1591. 731-1591. Okay, call Sandra during the evening hours or weekend hours for more information. And that's going to be a lot of fun. If you've got, some people are artsy. If you're artsy and you make art, sell it. Yeah, get yourself a little money. All right, pay for your goods there. All right, that's a great idea. It's on December 3rd, so I would recommend, since that's very soon, that's like next week, call right away to get that done. Okay, do we have any more? Yes. And we're running out of time. If you're planning on changing your Part D of Medicare Part D open enrollment will end in Wayne County and a lot of other places on December 6th. December 6th. You can do this Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday between 9 o'clock in the morning and noon o'clock in the afternoon. 9 and 12 at the Peggy M. Seeger Senior Center on East Ash Street. Hope you're able to attend. Go if you're interested in, if you just want to know what's available. Check it out. Find out what's available. You may want to change. You may want to keep what you have, but you won't know until you go ask. Lisa Barker doing a great job out there, and they have a fantastic staff who can help you determine the best plan for you. Okay? Okay. Okay, what else do we have here? Got more stuff. We want to mention very quickly, Pat put together a list of some of the closings, offices and such, and I'll have those for you tomorrow. Oh, consumer alert. You may have seen this, heard about it, or whatever. The Federal Communications Commission is alerting consumers to be on the lookout for callers. They'll call you on the phone. They'll pretend to be utility company employees demanding immediate payment. They'll say, look, you got to pay me. That's what they'll say. They'll ask for your prepaid debit card. They'll ask for your credit card, or they'll ask for a gift card. As American consumers prepare for winter months when many people would be endangered by an interruption to heating fuel, and it's going to be cold, the FCC's Consumer and Governmental Affairs Bureau wanted to make consumers aware it is a scam. It is a scam. Be prepared to protect yourself. Hang up on them. And then if you're still uncertain, turn around and call your utility, whether it's water or heat, electricity or whatever, gas company, whatever. Call them and say, look, did you guys just call me? And I'll bet you dollars to donuts that it wasn't your utility company. If you get a call like that, hang up on them. Okay? let's take a look at the answer to our trivia question for today. The question was, identify this favorite snack. I know I had that thing around here somewhere. Yes, anyway, I'll just guess at it. I'll make something up. Here you go. By volume, this is America's favorite snack food. It has more protein than a similar product. It has more iron than eggs or roast beef. It has more fiber than pretzels and potato chips. Sound kind of healthy? I think it is. It just depends on what you put on it that really makes it unhealthy. It is popcorn. Popcorn is America's favorite snack by volume. Okay? And I say what you put on it because people will smother it in butter. You can't do that and still be healthy. A lot of people like that. A lot of people inundate it with salt. You can't do that either. Try it without, well, don't try it without it. Well, I'm not going to push a particular product, but I found a product that's very low in sodium, and it's popcorn, and it's really good. Low amount of anything else added to it. Very healthy. If you like popcorn, go to one of your major box stores. Go to the popcorn department and look for it. Read the label. Sodium amount is 75 milligrams. You'll see it. 75 milligrams. When you see that, that's the one you should get. Sodium amount. Try it. You may like it. You may throw it away. If you throw it away, throw it to me. That's all for today. Well, was that wrong? That's all for today. We're going to do this again bright and early tomorrow morning if they let me in the building. Maybe Pat will feel a little better tomorrow. Hope so. Oh, but she's on assignment. We're going to do this again tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning. We'll be here. Hope you're right there. So until tomorrow, I'm Wayne Alley, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.